want you to know that I'm gonna miss your love the minute you walk out that door. Please don't go. No. I'm not going anywhere, sweetie. Don't go away. I'm begging you to stay. I'm not going anywhere. I know. I just want to sing that song. How you doing, sweetie? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. You ready to start the show? Yeah, sure. All right. Let's get this show on the road. It is time, once again, for the big live stream show that we like to call BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, huh, sweetie? That's what we call it. The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. And over here, the lovely and the talented and the good singer, the Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO, sweetie. Say hello to the BOOZHOO crew. Hello to the BOOZHOO crew. And over here, the rock star cartoonist himself. Get out of here. Michael Lyons. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Niji. Say hello, my brother. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Thanks a lot for stopping by. La la, hoka hey. Now I feel like rocking. No, 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 no. I'm a good air guitar player. You play the air guitar? Yeah, I can play air guitar. I can play air bass, air drums, air piano. Whatever there is, I can play it in the air. 'Cause I'm gonna miss your love. I'm gonna miss your love the minute you walk out that door, sweetie. Really? Well, probably not a minute. Maybe after a day or two, I'd really start to miss you. You would miss me right away? Nah, you leave all the time. Sometimes you leave to go to the kitchen, make me a sandwich. That's what I do. That's what I love about you, actually. What's that? I can be totally like traditional male and say like, will you make me a sandwich? And I think 98% of the American female population would just out of habit act offended by that. What do you mean? Like, women are strong and independent, They don't need to make no sandwich for no man, And I've never seen you like cop an attitude. Well, I like sandwiches. So when I make you one, I make one for me too. Yeah. But it's sweet, I don't know. So I don't miss you when you leave to make a sandwich. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, wow. It's Brandy Marie. Did you know Brandy Marie was going to stop by this morning? I didn't know for sure, but I wondered. I thought she might. Well, hey. Bonjour, Mino Giga Jabe. Brandy Marie. And Brandy gets the gold star today. Oh, that's right. She's the first in line. Way to go, Brandy. It's nice to see you. And Sheila Eddy is here. I hope I'm saying that right. I always call her Sheila Eddy. It could be Eudi or something, but... Bonjour, Sheila. The lovely and talented Sheila's here, sweetie. Bonjour, Sheila. And that's it. It's just 4 of us. Or 5 of us, counting Michael. Should we count you? Yeah, you can count me. All right, there's 5 of us here. Anywhere where 5 or more people gather is a BOOZHOO crew. That's in the Bible. No, it's not. Isn't it? I thought I read that somewhere. All right. Let me get situated here. Is that comfortable? Yeah. Okay. Hey, how you guys doing? So today... Oh, you know what day today is? Let me think. Is it Thursday? Yes. Thursday. Today, in the Ojibwe language, is Neo Geisha Good. It is the 4th day.
The 4th of July?
No, it's way later than that. I think it's like the 15th of July. Remember when they had the 4th of July? There were all those fireworks, and everybody was blowing up a little bit of America to celebrate America or something.
Oh, that's right.
No, it's the 4th day is what Ojibways call Thursday. Because I think Ojibways must have thought of Monday as the 1st day, and Tuesday as the 2nd day, Wednesday as the 3rd day. So Thursday would be the 4th day, tomorrow will be the 5th day, and then Saturday is the 6th, I mean, we don't just count out the days, except for a couple of them. And I guess I want to go on record about this. I know this is going to be pretty controversial. I'm going to be stepping on a lot of toes here. I'm not sure which way you swing, where your politics are, what's your religion, your background, your race, your gender, your creed, whatever. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think they were kind of lazy when they went around to naming Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, come on. That took no creativity. It's like the Ojibways got together. Hey, what should we call Thursday? I don't know. Let's call it, what is it, the 4th day? Who cares? And nobody even bothered to kind of do the number. Well, what if Sunday is the 1st of the week? Wouldn't this be the 5th day? Who cares? Just write it down. We got to get done with this Ojibwe language catalog, or not catalog. What's that called?
Dictionary?
Yeah, dictionary. Catalog. I read that concise Minnesota dictionary of Ojibwe language. Old Earl Nyholm and what's his face?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of my go-to dictionary for Ojibwe stuff. And they call it concise because, they worked on it for a couple of weeks and they went, it's good enough. If they want to know more words, they can just use English. I mean, it's got the basics, but, there's a lot of times I go to that dictionary and go, oh, what's the Ojibwe word for, something, and you look it up and go, oh. I guess the Ojibways never said that word or something.
Like what?
Oh, like Google and Facebook. There's no Ojibwe translation in that dictionary for Google or Facebook. You got to work it out.
Yeah, you're right.
I want my money back.
Did you buy that book?
No, I stole it. I think it says property of Walker High School or something. But yeah, Neo Geisha Good. It is the 4th day. And today, I would like to tell the story of the 4th day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or maybe I just did. I don't know. I guess I don't know a story about the 4th day.
Do you have any stories about Thursday?
David Bowie wrote a song called Thursday's Child that I kind of liked.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday born I was, Thursday's child.
Yep. So we got that going for us. And I heard I think one of the BOOZHOO crew told me early on, they go, oh yeah, Thursday, that means Thor's Day. Actually, it comes from the Norwegian. I mean, what religion do they have in Norway?
I think they're Christian.
Well, whatever Thor is.
Oh yeah, what is that called?
All those gods. The Avengers. The Avengers religion. Anyway, so Thursday was supposed to be in celebration of the Avengers, and specifically Thor. Because he would get hammered. He had that hammer. And that's why when you go to college, they say, oh, Thursdays, that's for Thirsty Thursday.
Is that right?
I don't know. I'm just saying it.
Okay.
Thor's Day or Thursday. The day to get your Thor hammer and get hammered. Barkeep, bring me some whiskey.
You don't drink whiskey.
Not anymore. I'm not that thirsty anymore. I got my water and I got my coffee, and that's all I need.
Water and coffee. Is that all you drink?
Pretty much. I even gave up milk for the most part. I mean, I bought like a little carton there to put on our cereal. And then I'm kind of sick of cereal, so I'm going back on my diet of water and coffee. You know, one to dry you out, wake you up, and the other thing to flush you out and make you pee. This is a good show so far, huh?
Oh, you're doing great.
Yeah. You guys really tuned in on a good day. We've got a lot of wisdom we're imparting. Wisdom. Nebwako in. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway.
Hey, sweetie.
Yeah?
You got a phone call.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This early? I wonder who's up at this time.
It's on line 2.
Alright. Caller. You're on the air. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO.
Hey there, NanaBOOZHOO. How you doing?
Alright, it's Michael Jackson. Sweetie, Michael Jackson's here.
I know. I just transferred the call.
Oh, right. How you doing, Michael Jackson?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Just sitting around watching your show. I didn't know that about Thor.
Yeah, that's right. Thursday is named after the Avenger Thor. And getting hammered, I guess. So you were kind of into drugs and all that, right?
No, that's ignorant. That's poopy talk. I didn't do drugs. I was clean. I mean, except for some prescription drugs, because of my back pain. And I burned my hair once, so they gave me lots of good drugs, because my hair hurt so much.
Your hair hurt?
Yeah, remember that Pepsi commercial? I burned my hair? They had to give me drugs.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. So anyway, what can I do for you today?
Well, I was watching your show the other day, and you were talking about, Princess Di.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure why we were talking about Princess Di. For any of you little kids watching today, back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a lady called the People's Princess. Her name was Princess Di. And what happened? She died.
That's not funny. Princess Di was my friend.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't mean to make light of a tragedy. Yeah, you guys were pretty close buddies, huh?
Yeah, I met her, and then we talked on the phone, and then I wrote that song, Di, and
Yeah, okay. So we were talking about Princess Di, and I guess, now I remember, I was wondering if you're still holding some hard feelings about all that.
You mean because the queen had her killed?
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly. Some people think that the Pavarotti ran her off the road. And some people think that maybe she was having an affair on her husband, Prince. What was his name?
Was it Prince Charles?
Yeah, I think it was Prince Charles. What do you think, Michael? Do you think Princess Diana... Is it Diana or Diane?
I think it's Diana.
Yeah, Princess Diana. Princess Diane. Diana. Yeah, whatever. Princess Di. Princess Dead.
Don't take jokes.
Oh, sorry. Do you think that was just a car accident? Or do you think there was more to that story?
Well, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. So I just believe what was on the news. But I'm still sad. She was my friend. Hee hee.
Is that your sad laugh?
Yeah, that's my sad laugh. Hee hee hee.
Yeah. I know, it's tough when you lose a friend. As I get older, I keep losing more and more friends. I'm like, come on, you guys. We're not that old yet. Would you hang on for a few more years? I didn't think the class of 85 was all supposed to die off before they were 55. But yeah, I feel for you. It's hard to lose a loved one. But she's still in our memories and in our heart, and she's probably in a better place.
You mean up in heaven?
Yeah, exactly, huh?
Hey, sweetie.
Yeah?
I hate to interrupt, but we have another phone call.
Should I get rid of Michael?
No, no, keep him on the line.
Oh, okay. Caller, you're on the line. You're on BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO with me and Michael Jackson. Welcome to the show.
Hello, love.
Oh, hey, it's the old Queen Mum herself, Queen Elizabeth. How you doing, Queen?
Oh, I'm a right mess, I am. I'm a right mess now.
Why?
Oh, 'cause you're rapscallion and Michael Jackson. How dare he?
What do you mean?
Oh, I know what he's getting at. He's claiming I killed Princess Di. Oh, that's rotten. Rotten to the core, I say, isn't it?
Rotten to the core. Michael, were you saying that, I think I implied that more than you did.
Yeah, that's ignorant. You're being poopy head, Queen.
Yeah, you're being a poopy head, Queen. Michael didn't say anything. I said that. If you should be mad at anybody, you should be mad at me.
Oh, I don't like that, Michael Jackson. Oh, he looks so strange, isn't it?
Well, he can't help it.
Oh, I can't help it. Look at all that. He looks like a puppet, he does.
You think Michael Jackson looks like a puppet?
That's right. What do I stutter? I don't stutter, innit?
Okay, sorry. Okay, well, just since I have in the line, and no disrespect intended, and I promise this won't go any further than you, me, Natasha, Michael, and the BOOZHOO crew. Did you have anything to do with, Diana's death?
No, that's preposterous. I wouldn't hurt her. I wouldn't hurt a hair on her head, innit?
You wouldn't hurt a hair on her head, isn't it? I'm not sure where you get your English accent, but so you promise you didn't orchestrate that?
No, I wouldn't hurt anyone. I mean, if I did, you know how I would hurt.
Who would you hurt?
I can't say. But in hindsight, I mean, that old Meghan Markle. If anybody's going to get whacked, it'd be that Meghan Markle, isn't it?
Okay. So you'd whack Megan, but you didn't hurt Princess Di?
No, she's lovely. She's my daughter-in-law. She's my daughter-in-law. Not like that, Megan.
Oh yeah. Of course, Megan's kind of your granddaughter-in-law, huh?
Oh, that's right. She's me granddaughter-in-law.
All right. So you promise you didn't kill whatever, because she was cheating on your son?
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay. All right. I guess I don't know where we're going to go with this. What can I do for you today, Queen?
Oh, I just wanted to call and give my two bits, were they?
Okay. Queen, I better get going. Happy Thursday. And sorry we started this bit.
Oh, that's right. I'll see you again. Giga Walberman, Manawa, eh?
Yeah, Giga Walberman, Manawa, Queen. I guess I was hoping that'd be funnier.
Well, you never know what they're going to say.
Yeah. You still there, Michael?
Hee hee. Yeah, I'm still here. I was listening to your conversation with the Queen.
Yeah. What do you think of the Queen?
Oh, she's old and icky.
Yeah, she sure is, huh? You think she should get a facelift or something?
Yeah, that'd make it look better. She should get a nose job, an eye job, and she could tattoo, like, eyeliner on her eyes. Then she wouldn't have to apply it every day.
Yeah, huh? Maybe the Queen needs to get a facelift, a nose job, and eyeliner tattooed on her eyes. Because that's normal, huh?
Yeah, that's normal. I think that. Hee hee.
Okay. I'm going to let you go too, Michael. I got some work to do here.
Oh, no, wait.
What?
I want to teach you my word of the day.
Oh, okay. Well, we did Thursday, but we also have the phrase gimmick Wayne Dane and
Gimmick Wayne Dane and do you remember? Hee hee.
Yeah, gimmick Wayne Dane and do you remember? Do you remember the time
when I remember the time we fell in love. Hee-hee. Yeah, remember that song? Remember the time? Remember that time, Michael, when you looked like a normal kid and we're in the band Jackson 5? And remember that when you hadn't turned into this kind of ghoulish lady man, alien, man-child plastic thing? Remember a time before everything got so crazy? Yeah, those are good days. Yeah. So you want to teach Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna? Yeah, I'll teach it. Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Do you remember? Hee hee hee. Yeah. Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. You know, Michael wrote a song about this phrase. Oh, really? You want to play it? Yeah, I could. Michael, do you mind if I play that song real quick? Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna? Yeah, of course not. All right. Let's take just a short break to teach the word or the phrase Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Whoops. All right. Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Do you remember? Hey, BOOZHOO! Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and today on the show, we got a couple of really good songs for you. Michael Lyons and Natasha are going to sing a song. What's this one called? I think we're calling it Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Oh, yeah. Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Do you remember? And what's the other song called? And then we're doing a song about Leech Lake. And then Gazagasqua Jamaica. Leech Lake. You know, I was reading up on Leech Lake. And did you know that Leech Lake was the third largest lake in Minnesota? No, I guess I didn't. Yeah. I suppose Red Lake's the biggest one, huh? I don't know. All right. Well, take it away, you guys. Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Do you remember? Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Do you remember? In Ojibwe I say, for do you remember? Gimmick Wayne Dane, Anna. Means do you remember? Do you remember? I remember one day, and you and me in the pouring rain, water ran down my chin. So you pulled me close and you drank it in, but I remember your ways, and you and me in a sad embrace, and I remember a place where you pulled me close and you kissed my face. Will I ever see you again? No, I don't think I'll ever see you again.
I remember one night in the casual fight by candlelight as the room grew dim. You lied to me when you talked about him. I remember your ways, and you and me in a sad embrace. And I remember a place where you pulled me close and you kissed my face. Will I ever see you again? No, I don't think I'll ever see you again. Will I ever see you again? No, I don't think I'll ever see you again. Yeah, nicely done, Michael. Hey, thanks a lot.
Hee hee hee. That was great. I love that song.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, it's so pretty. Give me a Wednesday and a
Hee hee hee. Shaman.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. And sweetie, you did a nice job too.
Oh, thanks.
Give me a Wednesday and a. Do you remember? You know, some of us old-timers remember the good old days when Michael Jackson was the king of pop. And when he used to date, like Webster. Before everything got so crazy. But hey, let's see what's going on down here. Hey, Brian. Mr. BOOZHOO, thank you so much for Michael Jackson. Hey, Michael. Brian's happy you're here.
Hee hee. Hi, Brian. How you doing?
Yeah. Bentley is actually here at work with me today, and we are loving it. Hey, Bentley! Welcome back to the show. Sweetie, Bentley's here.
Oh, hi, Bentley. I'm so happy you came to the show.
Do you like the king of pop, Michael Jackson? You know? Michael Jackson's one of those figures that people love or hate, or actually secretly love and pretend they hate, or actually really hate and keep their mouths shut and pretend they like. You know? You elicit a lot of really strong emotions, Michael.
Well, as a singer and an artist, I wanted to, touch people's lives.
Yeah, you sure did, huh? Well, anyway. So are you still pretending to be dead to the rest of the world?
Yeah, I have to live in hiding because I don't want to be, chased around by the Pavarotti.
The Pavarotti? You mean from the Five Tenors or that opera singer guy?
Oh, yeah, what do you call it?
I think it's called the... No, I think it's called the Pavarotti. What is the Pavarotti? The guys with the cameras. So you didn't want to be hounded by the media anymore, huh?
Yeah, that's right. So I faked my death and I went into hiding.
Aren't you afraid people are going to see you on this show and realize you're not really dead?
No, don't be silly. That's ignorant. Nobody watches your show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nobody does watch the show. Except the BOOZHOO crew. BOOZHOO crew aren't nobody, huh?
No, they're somebody's.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go, Michael.
All right, I'll see you later. Gigawabamin, Minawa.
Yep, Gigawabamin, Minawa, Michael. Thanks for calling in. Kemikwainde Nana. Michael Jackson. Do you remember Michael Jackson, sweetie?
I do.
Do you remember him fondly?
No, I don't really care.
Really?
Yeah. I'm kind of, I don't know. I would never, turn, Google a Michael Jackson song to listen to it.
Not even Man in the Mirror?
No, I've heard that song too much.
Yeah. I know. It seemed like Michael Jackson was such a huge worldwide phenomenon. And then just, I don't know how many years it's been, 10 years or something. 10 years after his death, and it's kind of like he just gets filed away with every other 80s star, you know. It's like Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper. You know, who cares? You know who's really embarrassing?
Who's that?
Madonna. Gimmick Wayne Dane and Madonna. Do you remember Madonna? I should have pulled up her picture. Yikes. It's just so sad, you know, because she's like, I think she's 87 now. And she's still trying to be that material girl. She's still like partying, making music videos. She's got like a young boyfriend. And it's just a sad old lady trying to just still get some attention from anybody. And you go, ugh. Look, we barely tolerated you during that whole Papa Don't Preach phase. Just let it go. Do I remember you, Madonna? Not really. Like, I guess I remember. Do I think about you? No. Do I care about you? Yeah, actually. You know, I don't want to see an old lady making a fool of herself. You know, you're probably somebody's grandmother. She's probably somebody's nukomis. You know, which brings us. Is that how you segue into the other Ojibwe word? Yeah, you like that? This is so cool. Yeah. Nukomis. Grandma. So Madonna is a nukomis. She deserves a little, you know, in the Anishinaabe way, we teach our children to always honor your elders. They are your Gitche Anishinaabe. They are the great human beings. You know, even the most modest, humble, you know, somebody who never tried to draw attention, didn't make a lot of money, but, you know, is somebody's grandma, deserves our respect. It's very important that we manadain da moen. Manadain da moen. How come I don't ever pull up those Ojibwe words? I don't know. Yeah. Manadain da moen. Respect. In our way, we always respect our grandmothers. And it's easy to respect your own grandma. You know, some of us get taught to respect our grandma because our grandmas are just, you know, respectful or respectable. You know, sometimes some of us, when we're little guys, we learn respect because, you know, grandma lays down a hammer like Thor. Sometimes you gotta, you know, you gotta learn some respect for your elders by getting into trouble. But most of the time, I've learned in Indian country, grandma doesn't have to rule with an iron fist. Grandma rules with a silver spoon. What do you mean? By making you eat good food. You go, oh, this is really good. Wild rice hot dish, grandma. Miigwech, you know. But it seems like, you know, there's a special connection little guys and girls often have with nukomis. You know, she's a grandma. And then you go, well, you know, who does grandma respect? Well, grandma respects Mishumis, grandpa. And, you know, Mishumis is married to Nukomis, and together they're your parents' parents, which is maybe kind of obvious.
Yeah, but what if a little kid's watching?
Oh, right. So, in case you don't know, you have a mom and a dad, and then their mom and dad we call grandma and grandpa, or you know, a lot of people have different names for nukomis. You know, like I would always kind of shorten grandmother to gram, or I also like to just call my grandma nukomis. You know, just to kind of remind her that she's a nukomis. But Mishumis, grandpa. You know, grandpas are sacred too. Grandpas are the patriarch. They're the head of the household. And if you have a traditional grandma, she's probably running the show from behind the scenes, but she lets grandpa look like the big chief. You know, the chi ugama. Grandpas like to feel like they're the big chiefs, that they run the house and they make the decisions. You know, he'll be the guy to carve the turkey on Thanksgiving. Hey, give me that big scary knife. But then, you know, it's actually Nokomis who got up at 4:30 to what do you do? Bake a turkey? Cook a turkey? I don't know. Yeah, something like that. So grandma's behind the scenes doing all the work, making a home for the family, making the turkey at Thanksgiving. She'll make some wild rice hot dish. Grandpa can barely make eggs. But then the big moment comes where you say the grace and grandpa grabs. You know, if you're from the 70s, grandpa probably had like an electric knife for a while there. A little cord plugged into the wall. Zzz. But grandpa will carve that turkey. And, you know, you'll pass your plates around because he's the chi ogama. He's the big chief of your family. But you know what's really cool? I guess I'm talking to the little people now. Forgive me, BOOZHOO crew, and your old ways. It's time for us young people. You're pulling yourself in with the young people? That's right. So, one thing I learned when I was a little guy. My grandpa was a Ogichida. He was a warrior. And he was a real warrior. He wasn't a classroom warrior. You know, he didn't take that title of warrior just because he, you know, fought his way through traffic. But he went to a war. And back in the days of the grandfathers, like your grandfathers or parents' grandfathers fought in a war called World War II. That's what they called it. Is that how that goes? I think so. And when he got back, we never talked about it. People would forget that he went to war. And a lot of old Indian grandpas, and probably non-Indian grandpas, I wouldn't know. A lot of those old guys, you know, they were taught to, you know, suck it up, you keep your feelings inside, and you don't go around bragging about how many Japanese people you killed in the jungle, you know. But if you're respectful, so you might be wondering, well, how do I respect is that just being nice? Do you just say I love you? That's a good start. Tell your grandparents you love them as often as possible. They never get tired of hearing that. But if you can find some time where nobody else is around, not even your parents and your brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles, when it's just you and grandpa, ask him first. Go, Grandpa, can I ask you some questions about your life? And he may go, yeah, go ahead. And start with something general. Because what were you like when you were my age? And then sit back and get ready for some good stories. I didn't do this until I was a teenager. I was always around my grandpa and grandma, but, you know, I was a dumb kid. It didn't occur to me to ask them about themselves. I was just talking about myself. Hey, look at this drawing I did, Grandma. Isn't this good? You know, it was all about me. But then by the time I was about 14, I think, I was over there after school. I had to rake pine needles. But the best way to get out of doing work was to ask my grandpa, hey, Grandpa, I heard you went to a war or something. Is that true? And I remember he didn't want to talk about it too much. He's like, yeah, sure enough. And I went, what was that like? I said, you know, I'd never want you to have to do it. I hope you never have to go to war. And then it was like, oh, that's going to be the last word on that. So you'd have to come up with another one, you know. And so when you're a dumb kid, you can get away with asking kind of personal questions like, how many people did you kill? You know. But then eventually he may confide in you. You know, grandpas and their grandchildren are sometimes, they say that the old, especially if they're really old, you might notice if there's like a baby in your family and like a really old grandpa. And maybe he's getting ready to make his journey. He's going to go to the land of everlasting happiness. He's about to become a spirit. He'll leave his body behind and he'll, I mean, he's always a spirit, but sometimes we call it, he became a spirit. Well, his spirit will leave his body, he'll go to the spirit world. But little kids, they forget pretty quickly, but they just came from the spirit world. And so little kids and old grandma and grandpas, they have this special spiritual connection. And so grandpa might, respect you enough to share his stories of the good old days and the bad old days. In my case, my grandpa was a boarding school survivor, I guess. Boarding school dropout. He ran away from boarding school and got away. And a World War II warrior. He was in the jungle with a machine gun and all that. And a police officer. And a lot of stuff, And a resort owner and a hunter and a fisherman. A lot of things. But after I started talking to him, you know what? He kind of became a human being. When you're a little guy, your grandparents are these weird parents of your parents. They're the ones you can tell on your parents too. I'd go to my grandma. Grandma, you know what my dad did? And she goes, oh, honestly, your father. I should talk to him, Grandma and grandpa will take your side most of the time if you get into a fight with your parents. I've heard it said that the reason people have kids is so that one day they can have grandkids, because that's what they really want. But yeah, Nokomis is grandma, Mishumis is grandpa, and I don't know. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of advice. It's worth your while. You might think, oh yeah, well, my grandparents aren't all cool like yours. My grandparents grew up in the 80s, My grandpa, wore parachute pants. It's a different thing. It's like, you know what? Your grandpa may still have stories, And even though they might not have told your parents these stories, they might be ready to share now that they're old. So you want to hear some good stories? Talk to your grandma and grandpa. You want to hear a bunch of propaganda? Talk to your parents, because they'll just tell you stuff to make you behave. Oh, when I was a kid, we had to walk to school. I didn't complain. They did not. We had buses. If you had to walk to school, it's because you didn't want to ride the school bus. All right? Don't believe your parents. Don't tell them that. Why not? Because they should honor their parents. That's an Anishinaabe value too. Yeah, I guess you're right, sweetie. You're so wise. How can you be so beautiful and so wise? I don't know. Nukomis, grandma. Mishumis, grandpa. I don't know. Anything else I should say about that? Oh, no, I don't know. That's pretty good. Okay. So, let's see what's going on down here with the BOOZHOO crew. Brian says, Michael, your queen is the best. You hear that, Michael? Yeah, thanks, Brian. You got a low bar of what you think is the best. But thank you. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I'm not sure what they're talking about. That was the real queen who called in. I know, it's weird. Oh, wow, the chat's blowing up, sweetie. Is that right? Yeah, there's all kinds of people talking. Jessica says, Michael, hey, BOOZHOO, Jessica. Jessica says, Michael Jackson came out of hiding for Natasha's dance recital. Did you? Oh, I did see that. Or Nalania's. Did you see that? Nalani's dance recital picture in the BOOZHOO crew? Yeah, we were going to post that. Yeah. There's a big old cutout of Michael Jackson there. And it looked like the girls were dancing Michael Jackson moves. That must have been something to see. Papa Wagosh. Papa don't preach, but Madonna sure does. Nice emoji. Papa Wagosh don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa don't preach. Yeah, I don't even remember that song that well. Okay, because back in the days of the grandfathers, in the 1980s, cool people who understood music didn't care about Madonna. She was on the radio all the time. She was a top 40 hit. And she got a lot of media play, but nobody thought of... In fact, she was less popular than like the Eurythmics or Cyndi Lauper. But as time goes by and she just never shuts her mouth and won't just go away, people start thinking, oh yeah, this very popular. I mean, she was infamous. She was famous. And some people got duped into buying her albums, but I think most people kind of, if you asked on the street and they back in the day, oh, I hate Madonna. Oh, really? Didn't you see that dirty book she put out with a bunch of photos of herself? El Natural. Papa Ghosh might understand what I'm saying, but... And everyone went, ugh. Put your clothes back on, Madonna. Nobody wants to see that. Papa Wagosh, that's right. But more is the boss. Yeah, Papa Wagosh knows about this. You know. Grandmas are the secret kings. The secret queens. It's probably... I mean, is there a king of England? I've never understood that. I think the Queen of England has a man, but I don't think he's the king. Yeah, how does that work? How come there's no king of England? Oh, she's the Queen of England, and this is her husband. What? You know, if that was King Henry VIII or whoever, he would have cut her head off. I don't know. I don't understand any of that stuff. Jessica Wabu says, Papa, every celebrity missed their true calling to become a preacher. Yeah. You know, Paul Stanley kind of sounds like a southern, preacher. I got a question for y'all. You know. Can I get an amen? Oh, whoa, amen. You know. But yeah, rock stars, they want to be preachers. Daniel Black is back. Bonjour, Daniel. Welcome back to the show. Daniel's here, sweetie. Hey, Daniel. Daniel says, Papa, don't you forget it. Yeah, don't you forget it, Papa. So, like she would let me, says Papa Wagosh. Do we have to go rescue Papa Wagosh? What do you mean? It sounds like he's got a strong, independent woman keeping him in line. Well, it's probably good for him. Yeah, it probably is, huh? No shame, man. You know, we know how it is. Papa Wagosh said, well said, Nanaboozhoo. Great advice. Wish I had more with my Mishomis. Glad I do with my children now. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. If you're lucky, you'll have good grandma and grandpa. And they'll show you how to become a good grandma and grandpa. You know, they're the ones who model. They're the first ones who can show you how to behave like an old person. I'm guessing Madonna never had a grandma or grandpa. I'm guessing that they died of heartbreak when they watched what happened to their granddaughter. Because she doesn't know how to act like a grandma. You know, it's not embarrassing to get old, ladies. Madonna, cast of Friends, just about anyone you can shake a stick at in Hollywood. What's embarrassing is when you become an elder and you try to look like you're not an elder and you try to act like you're still a teenager. Nobody ever goes, "Oh, I'm so glad my grandma is behaving like a teenager." That's so funny how she, goes to the parties with the kids. Nobody wants to see their grandma at the party. That'll ruin a party. Is that right? Yeah, I know this from firsthand. Really? Did your grandma come to one of your parties? No, it wasn't even my grandma. It was my buddy Brent's grandma. This is how dumb we were back in the day. So, it's like 1984 or 5 or something. Me and Brent and David and Randy, probably, we're all sitting around waiting for Brent's grandparents to leave. They're like, "Okay, kids, we're going to go out for dinner. Be good." And they left. Brent just lived with his grandparents. And we went, "Oh, hey, cool. Let's have a beer party." And so we somehow called up a bunch of people and cracked open beers and started partying it up. And, about an hour later, the scorpions are blaring out of the Wi-Fi. "Here I am, rock you like a hurricane." We're drinking beer. I think David's probably got a lampshade on his head. We're dancing, we're laughing. Who pulls up? Naturally, his grandma and grandpa. And we're like, "Oh, what are they doing back so early? We thought they were going out for the evening." And I was like, "Well, no, dummy. They went out to dinner. They went to the restaurant 15 minutes away. They ate and they came home. What made you guys think?" I'm saying this to myself in the past. Why did you think this was a good idea to suddenly start partying in their house? Oh, and his grandpa's a recovering alcoholic. So it's really rude that we did that. So they pull up, music, comes to a screeching halt. Like, "Rock you like a hurricane. Now we're going to be in trouble." And it was Louie and Mariana were Brent's grandparents. They come walking in. And you know how, like, your parents, they would have been mad, yell at you, kick the kids out? Didn't say a word. Like, "Oh, hello, boys." And we're standing there, holding our beers, mouth open, not knowing what to say. And Grandpa just goes around, starts picking up all the empties, putting them in the garbage. And he takes a beer out of my hand and he pours it down the sink. He just smiles at me. And we were all like, "Okay, well, hey, Brent, we'll see you later. Good luck with the with your grandparents." And we bolted. Next day, I see him, like, "What happened?" I didn't say much, but boy, I feel bad now. And I realized they didn't even have to punish him because he felt so guilty and we felt so stupid. And we were like, what were we thinking? So that wasn't exactly honoring them very well by tearing up their house in that 1 hour. It did teach me you can have a whole full-on party within the hour. And it taught me you can quickly end a party with just the presence of your grandma. So grandmas, you got no place in parties because we would just feel too guilty. That's a good story. Thanks. Anywho. Sweetie, you want to get up here and say hello to the people? Yeah, I'd love to. All right. Well, I'm going to mahjong. I'm going to leave. Mahjong. Mahjong. It's actually spelled with a J, isn't it? Yeah, mahjong. M-A-A-J-A-A-N. Or A-A. Mahjong. It's actually mahjong. Mahjong. I'm going to mahjong. I would say mahjong. I'm just butchering the Ojibwe language. If you'd like to learn how to mispronounce Ojibwe language, tune into BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about mispronouncing the sacred language of Ojibwe Moan. Or Ojibwe. Anyway, I'm going to let Natasha come up here and talk. But before I do, this is a song that Natasha wrote for me because she couldn't make me love her. What? That's not true. Oh, it's not? No, I didn't write this song. I'm just singing it. Oh, okay. Because you did make me love you. I know. This is I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't. Natasha didn't write it, but she sings it beautifully. Ah, thanks. And up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. Miigwech bizandawayeg. Thank you for listening. Wait, what am I still doing? Sweetie, you got it!
Turn down the light, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me closely and don't patronize, don't patronize me. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart. I feel the power that you don't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. If you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come, I'll do what's right. Just hold me, baby, and I'll give up the fight. And I will give up this fight. Oh, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart. And I feel the power that you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. If you don't. If you don't. If you don't.
Oh, what? This has got to be the comment of the day. All right, I'm going to teleport myself over. When to teleport? Okay. Nah. Hey, BOOZHOO. How you doing? Natasha Nindija Cause. Natasha's my name. Oh, and I'm suddenly feeling just shy. Are you feeling shy, sweetie? Yeah, you know, I hate being on camera. I hate to draw too much attention to me. 'Cause I'm shy! Hey, everybody! I did this once. This is kind of funny. I was at a conference, and it was all of us, actually. Michael was there, and NanaBOOZHOO. And So I got up and I was like, excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, can I get everyone's attention, please? And it was a whole conference room. There must have been like 200 people in there. Excuse me, everyone, please. I have something I'd like to say. I have social anxiety. I cannot bear to speak in public. I just wanted everyone to know that I'm super shy and I've got nothing to say. And so it's really difficult for me. I'm an introvert. What else? I think I'd like to sing a song about how introverted I am.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, remember? Gimme Wayne Nana.
Yeah, I do actually.
Gimme Wayne Nana. Whoops, that's a song. Gimme Wayne Nana. Do you remember? Remember that time? No, but yeah, I did that. It was really funny. They say there are 2 types of people. Oh, that's not true. You can choose a million genders. No, I'm talking about something else. There are introverts and there are extroverts. Introverts, it's not just that you're shy, but an introvert, when they're around a lot of people, I learned this recently. When you're around a lot of people, it draws the energy out of you. You'll get, exhausted. You feel tired. An extrovert, when there's a lot of attention and people, they get energy. It actually wakes them up. So, Michael, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I guess I'd have to say I'm an extrovert because like I sing in bands and there's been a lot of time when I've been like the center of attention. But I feel sort of like an introvert because no, I'm a total extrovert.
What do you mean?
I was going to say I'm an introvert because I like to spend so much time alone and I don't like, being around a lot of people.
Yeah.
But unless it's, unless I'm singing for them or something. And I wanted to say that I lose energy.
Uh-huh.
But the reality is, like, when I was playing in the band and stuff, even after 4 hours of singing and playing guitar and stuff, I'd get home and I couldn't fall asleep for hours. I'd be just wired from so much attention. And so it'd take me a long time to just unwind. So I think I'd have to say I'm an extrovert.
Yeah. If it takes you a long time to relax after you've been in, on a stage or whatever, you're probably an extrovert. If, there's a lot of people who are introverts who can perform, and, but they get really exhausted, they'll fall asleep right away afterwards. Prince was sort of a introvert, but, he was always in the center of attention. So there you go. I heard once, it was Bruce Springsteen, I think, who I used to love before my arm went dead. I used to love Bruce Springsteen, and then he kind of grew up to be a bit of a douche. But Bruce Springsteen was once, they were talking about social anxiety. And he goes, I realized, like a stage fright and stuff. He goes, I used to have anxiety, and before I'd go out on stage, I'd get sick to my stomach and my knees would feel weak. And I'd feel all cold and clammy and sweaty. And, my mind would race. And then I took a turn when I realized that those same feelings when I was getting energized, I was building up energy to get on stage, like to get psyched up or whatever. Instead of psyched out, we got psyched up. That's probably an 80s term, huh?
Getting psyched up and psyched out?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, pardon me for being old. But he would say, my knees go a little weak, and then I feel my tummy gets, the butterflies. And then I start to perspire. And I realize, I'm getting in the zone. That's what it was. He said, I realize when I get into the zone, it's the same feelings I had when I used to think I was having a panic attack. So it's a really subtle thing. You know, I think we've said it before, but some people... Okay, well, I'm going to back up. There's a word in the Ojibwe language that means, you never talk out loud. When you laugh, you cover your mouth. You don't like to draw too much attention to yourself, You're real humble. And that word, Indianish. When you're Indianish, a lot of us, especially us girls, we get taught, don't draw any attention to yourself. You should be modest. Put a shawl on. Cover up yourself, for crying out loud. You're going to leave the house like that? And I don't think so. We're Anishinaabe. Cover up your midriff. That skirt's too short. Our skirts go way down to our ankles. What are you crazy? What are you, Madonna? You got to be humble and modest. And so we become sort of Indianish. We don't like to talk. But it can go too far. Because part of being Indianish, part of being Indian, or human being at least, is that sometimes, like I get this sometimes. Sometimes I'm told, there's a little voice in my head that, probably from my elders that say, you're an Indian girl. You should be modest. You should, don't tell too many jokes. Don't laugh too loud. Certainly don't get up on stage and sing a song and dance around like a fool. That's not our way. But when you do that, when you allow yourself to go ahead and be a show-off, I stopped feeling embarrassed about being a show-off when I realized, if I do this, somebody else, some little girl might go, hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll try that. Or maybe I'll do my version of that. Because Gitche Manadu, the Great Spirit, he doesn't want you, just hiding away and not showing everybody how beautiful and talented you are. If you want to be a show-off, in the best way, think of it as you're going to do this to honor your grandparents, to honor Gitche Manadu for the gifts he gave you. And maybe your gift is just that, you're a good piano player. Oh, I spent some time learning the piano. I should go into school and say, hey, everybody, just a sec. Check out what I learned from my grandma. Do a little piano ditty. It's not cool to be all, what's the word? I don't think this is the real Ojibwe word, but we could say all mucky muck. It's not cool to push yourself into everybody's faces, but it's okay to share yourself in a good way. Even if you're a delicate little flower of a girl like me. So don't be shy. Get out there and sing and dance. Draw a picture, hang it up on the wall. Say, hey boys, check this out. I drew something, it's great. Some people like to say that women aren't funny. And I find that really offensive. As a strong, independent woman. Do you really? No, I'm doing a bit. Oh, okay. Lots of times people go, they'll watch a stand-up comedian like Amy Schumer or, you name it. And it's hard to even think of that many female comedians because some people say that all they do is make gross jokes about their private parts and about getting drunk and about being fat or whatever. A lot of just hate, And I don't think that's true. I don't think that's fair. Because, just think about all those funny comedians just off the top of your head who are women. I'm not going to list them out for you, men. There's lots of really funny, really talented female stand-up comedians. Are you being ironic? If I understood that word, probably. Yeah. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? But anyway, you know what else I heard? What's that? There are some biological men who identify as women, transgender women, these are men who are pretending to be women, and then they go up and they try to be funny, and they're being on YouTube, and they're singing songs, and everyone's saying, oh, I love that girl. She's so funny. She could sing so well. And it's not even a real girl. I don't think that's fair. You know, there's not enough room on YouTube for all you weirdos taking the spots of really good women like me. Sweetie, what are you talking about? I have no idea. I have no clue at all. And now we're out of time. Well, typical. What's that? Well, once again, a man just talks a whole hour. I come on here, the last afterthought. Oh, get up there, Natasha. Make everybody love you. Well, you know what? What? I don't mind one bit. Oh, you're the best. Okay, you guys. I want to say, miigwech bizinda wieg. Miigwech bizinda wieg. Thank you for listening to me spout off about nothing. Talk about gibberish. Talk about saying nothing in a loud way. Write a song while you're just gonna die. La la la. All right. I want to say miigwech ganawabieg. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, miigwech ganawabieg. And this is Michael Lyons. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And I will see you again. Igawabamin. Minawa. Hawa. Call your grandma and tell her you love her. Sweetie, will you teleport me away? I will teleport you anywhere you like. Gigawabamin.